How painful are childbirth contractions? That's a reasonable question and a good question for you to ask. If you've been at labor before, then you know that when labor starts, usually the contractions are not very painful. And then they get more painful and 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 more painful. That's what they do. There's a progression, and that progression is directly related to the dilation of the cervix. Just think about your penis. It's a simple thing to do. Your penis, the hole in it's like this. If it has to have contractions so that it opens up like this, it would become more painful. It would be less painful when it's like this or like this or like that or like that. It would start to get more painful, more painful, more painful, more painful, more painful, more painful, right? So be realistic about it. Use these skills at the beginning so that you guys develop a habit of using skills to work through the contractions. It's as simple as that. Childbirth pain can make women feel they are going to die. They don't actually think they're going to die of the pain. They think that it's never going to stop, and that high intensity of pain will go on and on and on and on because women have no control over when birth is going to end. So when we are in an excruciatingly painful contraction, we don't know whether 3 contractions from then we're going to start to push and that pain's going to go away, or we're going to be doing that for another 12 hours. We don't know, which means your job is to keep helping her cope and manage. Honestly, that's your job, is to keep helping her cope and manage. We want to cope and manage when we're feeling that pain. Even with skills, it's hard. I gave birth twice. The first time I used Lamaze skills, and when the pain contractions got really painful, the skills did not adapt or adjust at all. I just felt overwhelmed. I tried to use the skills. They just didn't adapt or adjust well. And I was told that they're only used for normal births, low-risk births. But when I gave birth many years later, I had developed these skills with you guys and with mothers, other women. And I used them in an unusual birth situation with a premature baby in a hospital. And I still don't like labor. It hurts. God. And I had these skills. So I got to test them out, road test them after 12 years of developing them. They work. It's hard. You have to use the part of your brain that goes, I'm going to use my skills even though I hate this, even though this is happening to me, even though I hate this, even though I hate this, use my skills. You can still hate something, think fuck, 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 and still use the skills. That's what our human brain is capable of doing. And when you help women use her skills, she will respond to you because she doesn't want to lose control. And that's important. The pain hurts. And we hear women say, oh, you forget about the pain afterwards. Have you broken a leg or an arm or had a really bad sore throat or toothache? We forget about the pain when we're not in it, but we remember it as soon as we have another one. We don't forget. And a lot of people say that childbirth pain is productive. Yeah, it's productive. It can produce a baby at the end of it. That has nothing to do with how women feel about giving birth. I've been with women who say, if someone says to her, just think about the baby you're going to have, they just go, that's not the issue now. The issue is I'm in pain now. I know I'm going to have a baby. That's not the issue. I'm in pain. So help me. So help her.